Where are you going?
Well, I'm for the Euro Championship 2012. You know where to go.
Down the left, take a right by Jimmy Brady's farm. Go over the crest of the hill. If you get to the roundabout, if you meet Mary, isn't it Mary's her name?
Mary. Yeah.
Mary's her name. If you meet Mary, the mad one with the cats, you've gone too far as well. But come back and take a left. You get that?
That's a left.
Huh?
A right.
Yeah.
And a left.
Yeah.
Your favourite music on Northern Sound.
It's 25 to 4. We are back for our second half of our music special with Rory and the island, Mr. Rory Gallagher. Welcome back. You're a wee bit refreshed there now.
I am just at a bar of chocolate. Feel great. All sugared up.
The chocolate, is that a singer's trick? Is there something along them lines?
Most singers go for something stronger, but chocolate's alright for me at the minute.
It'll do. Yeah. We formed the studio a wee bit and transformed myself into what can only be described as a shockingly body-hugging Ireland jersey.
You do have the Andy Reid look, as we were saying, yeah. When he would come back in September, you know.
We've even put a wee flag up there for Everton and all. So look, the story behind this is, you would have heard it this morning on The Breakfast Roll with Mr. McCaffrey. He had his band in doing his anthem for The Breakfast Roll for the Euro 2012 for the lads in green. And when I came up with this idea, I said, you know what? I said, we'll get Rory to do one as well. And just coincidentally, you are writing one anyway.
Yeah.
Now, people are going to recognise the tune of it. Don't give it away anyway, but...
Yeah. Well, it might be giving away a little bit in the story anyway,
yeah.
But it's just one of them strange things where, you know yourself, where I play over in Charlie's in Lanzarote, there's always 3 or 4 guest artists from Ireland every year. Last year it was Finbar Fury, Monday, Damien Dempsey and Sharon Shannon. Sharon Shannon comes over maybe twice a year anyway. And we kind of got to know each other, and she played the accordion on Colours, of course, the single. And so the last time we were out anyway, she says, like, for the crack, would you be able to throw some Ireland lyrics onto such and such a song?
Such and such a song?
Yeah, and I was... I said I'll give it a go anyway, you know, because it's just a thing. It seems to run in my family, like at family functions as well. You know, the Cannons. If there's any Cannons in Emmyvale listening, they'll know all about it. Where just after a few pints and come up with silly lyrics, you know, it's a great little thing in our DNA.
And that's how you came up with the Ryanair Blues, wasn't it?
That's right. Yeah. That was after a bad flight.
Is there any good ones? Listen, and also the brilliant thing about the single as well, it's going to be available on iTunes on Friday to buy.
Yeah,
13th of April it's available to buy. And you got Ronnie Whelan involved in it and a charity. Tell us a wee bit about that.
Yeah, that was just, it was the same time, like Sharon Shannon said, try and put lyrics to it, and I'm not joking, you spent about 40 minutes that evening, just wrote them down on a bit of paper and sang it over the mic that night in Charlie's, and got a great response. And there was a fella in the crowd called Damien Milton from Athlone Football Club, and he does a little bit of work with Ronnie Whelan, and he played it to Ronnie Whelan on his iPhone and went, oh, check this song out. And Ronnie Whelan got in touch with us and went, is there any chance he can use it for MGA.com? That's the charity. And we were like, yeah, of course, because we weren't really thinking of doing anything with it, because I think this, you know, there'll be a lot of people, you know, if you're cashing in on the football thing, it's just a bit like, oh, God. So it's nice that it's actually going to a really good cause. Myasthenia gravis awareness, that's the charity. His daughter suffers from it. It's like a disease that affects the nervous system and the limbs, and it's unheard of. So it's nice that there's awareness being brought to it. And Ronnie Whelan himself now is doing a walk from Belfast to Dublin in 3 weeks, just walking 18 hours a day, and just to bring awareness to the charity. Yeah, so mga.com if you want to have a look at that.
You want to take a look at that, and the single is going to be released Friday coming on iTunes, and it's going to be available on single as well, is it?
It will, yeah. It's up on YouTube at the minute, the video.
It's called The Boys in Green. We're going to get to that in a second, but just before we went on air there, it's funny because you sort of slag off other teams in the song as well, and you said when you were sitting down that if anybody remembers Chumbawamba, I get knocked down, but I get up again, right? Remember that, if you're at Youth Discos. You said you had a wee verse done for the England team.
Yeah, well, that happens. See, some of my best friends over in Lanzarote, like anybody that lives away, you know yourself, like you have the crack, like with people from all. So some of my friends over there be Spanish, English, and everything. So that the banter's kind of going in the pub one night about, you know,
like every football
my
team.
team's better than your team, kind of thing, you know. So I was saying to the English lads that this guy Pete, his name is, and he's from Birmingham. He goes, "Would you not write a song for the English team?" You know, in all innocence, he says that to me, and I was like, "Oh yeah. Well, what about this one?" You know, so it's good. You'll get knocked out on penalties again. It'll only be the second round. You'll get knocked out on penalties again. It'll only be the second round. You'll get knocked, and so on. I said,
Well, look at thank you first of all for coming in and doing this. And as you can see, there's video cameras in been filming this at the moment. It's going to be up on YouTube as a YouTube video. Hello. And what we're going to do is this is going to be the official anthem for the afternoon show on Northern Sound Radio for the Boys in Green. Just likewise as Sean has his. Listen, we'll have a quick chat after the song again. But if you want to introduce it there for the second time today, performing his song for the Boys in Green. Don't forget, for a brilliant charity, you can check it out on YouTube. It's going to be released on iTunes on Friday, and we're going to be playing the hell out of it as well. Rory, if you want to introduce your track there, off you go.
Alright, well this is 1,000 times better now with Sharon Shannon on the accordion, so we'll have to lilt the accordion bits here. It's the Boys in Green. In the summertime everyone will sing ole, 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 and we'll raise a glass to the Boys in Green. Ole, ole, ole. And I tell you friends, we're going all the way, 'cause every underdog will have his day. 'Cause Trumpet's only got a plan, everybody got a dream. Oh, you ain't never seen nothing like the Boys in Green. Na 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 na. A jet ski wave and a Poznan dance, ole, ole, ole. It's been 24 years since we had the chance, ole, ole, ole. And I tell you friends, we got feck all to lose. Forget the boys in red and the boys in blue. 'Cause Trumpet's only got a plan, everybody got a dream. Oh, you ain't never seen nothing like the Boys in Green. Yee-hoo! Ba-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da. Oh, 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 oh. You'll see the shock on the other team. Ole, ole, ole. With a save from Shea and a goal from Keane. Ole, ole, ole. And I tell you friends, we'll be singing ole from the Dublin streets down to Galway Bay. 'Cause Trumpet's only got a plan, everybody got a dream. Oh, you ain't never seen nothing like the Boys in Green. Here we go. We got Robbie Keane flying in from America, Doyle Dungiven going all the way, St. Ledger, Andrews, Whelan and Long, Duff and McGeady's gonna take them on. Kelly, Lawrence, McCarthy, Andy Coe, Westwood, Walters, Cox and Ward, Foley, Fahey, John O'Shea, Gibson, Coleman, Hunt, McLean, Trapattoni and Tardelli. We'll be living the dream. So do the Poznan dance and clap your hands. Come on, let's hear it for the Boys in Green.
Yeah!
Oh, the Boys in Green.
Yes.
Ole.
There you have it. The first ever play on Irish Radio, first live ever play on Irish Radio of the Boys in Green roaring the island. Thank you very, very much. And that is now the official anthem for the afternoon show for the Euro 2012 games. Listen, thank you very much for calling. The very best of luck. Just remind us of the gigs tomorrow night.
Tomorrow night, Galway, Rushing Dove. Friday, Kilcar, Donegal.
The Parish Hall.
Woohoo! Yeah.
And Saturday
is in the Workman's Club in Dublin. Right,
now look out for the album. It's going to be released in about 3 weeks' time. We'll have more information when we get it, and we maybe might have a couple of copies of the album to give away in a couple of weeks. A couple of weeks as well. Jimmy Selling Watches is released at the moment. You can get that on iTunes too. You just heard of the Boys in Green, released on iTunes on April the 13th, and of course it's for a brilliant charity, Ronnie Wheeler's MGA charity. So get out and buy it. It's going to be it's a great tune, and we'll have the CD version playing here on the afternoon show to sing it for the Boys in Green, as you just said. Look at anybody want to say hello to? I know Kenny's listening to you now at the moment.
Yes, I'm staying in his house tonight. He's got curry on at the minute. So
oh, not so bad.
Better be. I hope it's good and spicy now, Kenny. So I say hello to Kenny Dolan there in Cavan, and the Cannons in Emmyvale as well if they're listening in. And Noel, of course, there.
I know. It's an absolute pleasure having you back here. And as I said, we did say it live on air, so we're going to have to do something about it. I already have a couple of ideas about where we're going to get you a gig in Cavantown in September or October, all right?
Yeah.
So you heard it here first. We will be bringing Rory to Cavantown for a full live set, all right?
Is there a parish hall in Cavantown?
There's plenty of parishes halls in Cavan as well. And you know what we're going to do? We'll get you in Monaghan. We'll get you in Cavan as well.
Okay.
2
and
gigs.
Longford, maybe.
Longford. Leitrim. If you want to. Listen, Rory, thank you very much for joining us. And you'll be able to see footage of that up on YouTube in the next coming weeks. Once again, our music special for today, Rory in the Island. And thank you very much for coming in. And the very best look. Check them out on Facebook, RoryInTheIsland.com. All the W's, RoryInTheIsland.com. You just type that into Facebook and you can find them there as well.
Afternoons sound better with Johnny O'Keefe on Northern Sound.